Let me break down what Grant Cardone is really saying here, because this matters a lot in 2026. Real estate is not the same game it was 5 or 10 years ago. Interest rates are higher, banks are stricter, insurance is more expensive, taxes are rising, and cheap money is gone. So the old strategy of just buy anything and wait doesn't work anymore. What works now is scale, cash flow, and positioning. Big investors are buying in bulk. They're getting better financing. They're locking in long-term tenants. They're using other people's money. Meanwhile, regular people are still trying to flip houses with credit cards and hope. That's the whole trap. In 2026, real estate is becoming more like a business and less like a hustle. You either treat it like an operation with systems and cash reserves, or you get squeezed out. So the real lesson here is this. If you want to win in real estate now, you need strong credit, stable income, cash buffers, and patience. Now hype. Watch this with that mindset and you'll hear the message differently. Let's get into this clip.
Art is real, money is fake. Limited run, link in bio.
As far as the multifamily space goes and commercial space, like, what do you think's going to happen?
You know, because this country will become a renter nation. I mean, you cannot fix the housing problem in America.
What do you think, though, about just so many markets don't cash flow now?
Yeah.
Which ones?
California, Las Vegas, any major market, you can't buy a single family house and make it cash flow.
Why is Horton not building single family homes? It's scale. Why would you keep trying to do something the institutions aren't doing?
Let's talk to the average American. If the average American wants to build wealth in real estate, what should they do?
All right, today I got Grant Cardone on the show along with my bald co-host. Everybody loves him in the comments. What's up, man?
Good. I'm good.
Dude, so you told me you're here for a multifamily conference where you're not even speaking. You're just hanging.
Yeah, why does that like astound you so much? Like I'm an attendee. I'm here to learn. I'm here to make connections, to walk the halls, to meet people, to introduce myself, to be, get known by these people.
And you're just hoping to get
This is the largest multifamily conference on the planet.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, I had a meeting last night with a guy he does about $50 billion a year in debt. He brought a guy that does all the Fannie Mae stuff. So like, when you bring a deal to a guy at Fannie Mae, like it's not just the interest rate or the terms, it's also like how much insurance they're going to require you to buy.
Right.
That becomes a big deal. So when they know you, when I say, Chris, like we don't have the losses these other guys have in insurance.
Yeah.
I need a different. So when you meet people, when you're real to them and you're not just an Instagram.
Yeah.
Because that whole social media thing can have its negative impact.
I've heard a lot of these more corporate guys.
Yeah,
they don't
white guys. You mean
the corporate white guys in
these
suits.
are white guys that aren't on Instagram.
Yeah,
and Facebook,
and they're like,
YouTube,
"Who is this
TikTok.
guy? Like this guy don't know anything."
Or worse, big bank.
Yeah,
a big bank goes on Instagram and sees me sitting on the front of a Rolls Royce. Doing this, they're like, yeah, we're not lending that guy money. If that's all they ever see, right?
Right.
Or maybe they see, they see me in front of a big dropping out of the ceiling in front of 12,000 people.
Just fire.
Or flying into Marlins Stadium on a parachute. And they're like, yeah, I don't think that's a good, they might become intrigued by it, but they're like, how can he do that and take me serious about buying real estate?
Right.
So we've actually, the IRS, the first time that I tried, I applied for the professional real estate designation. I think it's registration rule 69 something, 469. And they turned me down because they're like, there's no way you spend enough time in real estate. At that time, I had 4,000 units.
Yeah.
And they denied me my accountant said they denied you because they said that you can't do the 15 hours a week.
Yeah. Because we
Requirement,
see you
because-
doing all this other stuff.
I'm
There's
like,
no way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said it's impossible for you to spend 50% of your time doing this.
Yeah.
I said, I don't spend 50%. I spend 100% of my time doing the real estate and 100% of my time being a dad and 100% of my time being a father. And the fact that you guys can't figure out how to spend 300% of your time is not my problem.
Right.
And then they approved it.
Well, I mean, you could make the argument that all of your social media content is so you could raise capital for the real estate.
Yeah, this was pre-social media.
Oh, really? Got it.
This was when I was traveling 250 days in the year. And they're like, there's no way you can travel that much
And do real estate.
and do
How much do you think you travel now? Because you still travel a good bit.
I think we found yesterday I asked the pilots, I think I flew 100 hours last year on the plane. So it's not a lot.
That's not that much.
No.
So you're definitely.
You really
taking
should
down.
be 400 hours on a plane to make sense, to try to make sense of it.
Do you charter it out or anything?
No.
You're like, it's just, do you think it's still a smart investment
It is
today?
what it is. No, it's not a smart investment. It's a terrible investment. You know?
You're not that guy who's like, my time is so valuable that the plane is worth it.
No. It is worth it. I mean, I make sense of it, but you're not going to make sense of buying a plane. I mean, this is a great topic right here. Just people love planes. So I had a G200 was my first plane, then a Gulfstream 550, then a Gulfstream 650. Sold the 650 and last year and bought a Global 7500, 4 cabins, massive, big plane, dude, huge.
How much is that? Like, I don't even know.
70 million.
Okay.
So I started at 7 million, 55 million, or 50 million, 55 million, and then 70. But, they're all write-offs.
Yeah.
Okay. But until you recapture. So
Right.
once you write it off the year you buy it, and then when you sell it, you recapture all that from zero.
Yep.
So if you paid 50 and you sold it for 50, no problem. But if you paid 50, wrote it off to zero,
Mm-hmm.
and then you sell it for 50, you're paying taxes on 50 million,
Yep.
even though you didn't make any money.
Yep.
So, but there's no making sense of it.
Do you
Like
think
there's
even
no
like the
penciling.
$5 million plane makes sense at all? Or
I mean, it could, dude, if you're going to charter it out,
yeah.
You could buy a Gulfstream 450 right now for probably $8 million, put it into service, make yourself $100,000 a month. That's $1.2 million a year on a
That
$10
pays
million
just
investment. That's
kind
a
of the
12%
cost.
return.
Yeah.
But you wrote it off.
Right.
What you're going to do is you're going to write it off. I mean, the smart play for you would be to buy a Gulfstream 450, charter it, put it into charter, use it
Whenever
6 or 8 times a year,
go on our golf trips.
go on your golf trips,
Yeah.
press your golf memberships to $50,000 for
Yeah.
short flight, and then charter it out to those guys, by the way.
Yep.
And then you could put it into charter service, earn $100,000 net a month. Hangars, pilots, maintenance,
Oh, really?
insurance. You'd make $1.2 million on a $10 million plane. So you'd make 12% on your money, but you wrote it off the day you bought it. You exhaust that plane for 7 or 8 years. It'll be an old plane. It'd have 6,000 or 7,000 hours on it. By the time you get rid of it, it would probably have 20,000 hours. You send it off to the garbage dump. They
Really?
take it apart for pieces.
Mm.
You pick up $7 million, which is a capital gains, not earned income. So it's a different kind of tax.
Mm.
So you wouldn't have to recapture back from zero.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Didn't know that.
So that would be a great deal. You'd earn 12% on your money. You'd have the tax write-off in year one against your earned income. All of it. You'd wipe out your earned income.
Yep.
If you have any.
Yeah. So-
And then at the end of 7 years, you'd get another $7 million that you just pay like a 20% tax on. It'd be a great
Yeah,
deal.
because it's capital gains now. instead
Yeah.
of earning.
So we might put a couple of planes in charter this year. I'm looking at
Oh.
doing that. But back to the personal plane.
Yeah.
Don't even try to make sense of them. Okay. You're not like, if you want to get a pencil out, oh God, I'm going to do 400 hours and it's going to do this and it's going to do that. Dude, nothing makes sense in this thing. Okay.
Yeah.
It period doesn't make sense.
Hmm.
And so I was talking to a guy about this the other day and he's like, he knew what I bought. He's like, how you like that plane, man? Because it's a big bird. And I said, I love it, dude. It's awesome. He's like, I know how you live your life. You don't spend money on anything. Like I don't have the fat, flashy cars and we have a moderate house. Like it's nothing extreme. And he says,
You have a $40 million home in Malibu. What do you mean?
but it's not extreme, dude.
Can you even live in it right now?
No, no, I can't. But that's a rental house.
So that house makes no sense either.
No, absolutely not. The house I own in Golden Beach doesn't make any sense.
So as a guy
Somebody
who's
bought me
pretty,
these shoes. These don't make any sense, dude.
yeah. So as a guy who
Louis
does,
Vuitton.
you do
I
a
didn't
lot of
buy
things
these,
that
by
don't
the way.
make any
Just so everybody
sense.
knows, I did not buy these. What I paid for was $80. Ryan gave me these as a gift, not you, not
Yeah. Secco.
Secco. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he wants me to owe him something or something. he wants a bonus. But back to the plane. The plane. You don't make sense of the plane. Okay, so. Anybody watching this and you're like, oh, I'm going to, I travel a bunch. Dude, stop it. You're about to waste a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, the billionaire guy, my buddy's like, dude, it's great branding. It's a great way for you to move around. If this is the only thing you spend your money on, do it. I want to get on that plane. I want to go to sleep. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
And I want to watch a movie.
Do you think it'd be bad branding for you at this point if like you were just walking around the airport and like getting on flights?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah. They'd be like, he's going broke. He's flying commercial.
Yeah, well, people have been saying I'm going broke for years. Anyway, so the haters.
Yeah. So let's talk about the real estate market because we had you phone in on the show when Trump first was talking about blocking institutions, and you're over here at this biggest multifamily conference with these big institutions talking real estate. What are you hearing in the multifamily space, the single family space? What are your predictions?
So the single family, there's nothing going to happen in single family. Everybody that's waiting for a deal on single family, like you're 10%, even if it comes back 10%, right? The house is $440 and the guy discounts at $44,000. You still it's not coming down 50%.
Yeah.
There's just not enough housing stock. And there's not enough housing where people want to live.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's not enough desirable housing. Like my mom, when she passed, she had a little 1,500 square foot house in Lake Charles, Louisiana. She lived in it for 25 years. By the time she died, the town had moved past her.
Mm.
And, everybody started in Lake Charles, Louisiana. They were now buying in the south west portion of town. And the Northeast had lost kind of its appeal over 25 years. That happens all over the country.
Yeah.
And now the house is old. It's 25 years old or 30 years old. It's going to have lower ceilings. This studio won't be here in 30 years. We'll have some new technology. Nobody will value this room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the problem with housing. Like you can get a good deal. If anybody wants to steal a house, go to Mississippi. You can buy one for $8,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can find a cheap house somewhere. There's 4.5 million. All this stuff about housing, there's a shortage. Well, not really. There's a shortage of desirable, modern housing in particular locations that's affordable.
Him and I were on the golf course talking about this because when you called in, we were talking about his Section 8 portfolio.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh yeah, you big bad investor. I
got 30 rentals.
You got 30 rentals. You're going to these guys are scared of you. But we were actually on the golf.
He would be considered an institutional investor, by the way.
Oh,
You're a threat to the marketplace.
Oh boy. Everybody was saying I was wrong.
Yeah.
Everybody was roasting me.
No, you would be. You bought 30 of these, dude. How many you live in?
One.
Okay, good. You're the problem with the marketplace.
Yeah.
You, a man of Jesus,
Amen.
are the person that has caused and created all the problems in the housing market. And that's why all the housing's so expensive today. But here's the deal. You see, what he did was he accumulated 30. He should try to get to 300.
Amen.
His next target should be at a zero. He should build 300 of those Section 8. Like if I was doing Section 8, dude, I'd go get 300, and then I'd get to 3,000. I'd build a big, massive portfolio. I was with Fannie Mae last night. The guy that this is the guy. Their mandate this year for affordable housing. What's your average rent?
1,500.
That's your average?
Yeah.
Yeah. That I don't even think that's considered the affordable. Their press for affordable is like under $1,100 a month.
But what I've noticed is like Section 8 pays more. So like these houses would rent for $1,200.
Yeah.
But they get $1,500 from Section 8.
Yeah. What a scam, dude.
Oh no.
What a scam, bro.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem.
Oh,
That's the problem with our government, though. Like every one of these programs ends up being exploiting the
But
taxpayer. Because anyway, back to this,
Yeah.
they're going to throw money. You should meet this dude because
Tell him
they
to
have
come here.
they have a mandate. You ain't gonna meet him in this room. So they have a mandate, dude, to push that money into the marketplace to guys like you that are putting that together.
Amen.
So I'm not going to do that. So I can't believe
Your
you're-
apartments don't qualify for Section 8.
No, they don't qualify for affordable.
So do you think
Yeah.
that Donald Trump with his new ban on like
That's not going to
institutional-
happen.
You don't think
That's
it's gonna
not
happen at all?
No.
But what Trump says,
Bro,
he
we're going to
does.
buy Greenland before that happens. Okay? We'll get rid of income taxes before the institutions don't buy real estate. That's never going to happen because it's not even a problem. They were in my office on Monday before you called.
Mm-hmm.
And they came in saying, hey, man, what do you think about this institutional? Blackstone was calling the guy at the same time. He had meetings with everybody. Trump had sent him out to collect some data about what can we do to free up this housing, which is cool. This is Trump reaching out to leaders saying, hey, what can we do? I want to mass, I want the middle class to be able to buy homes.
Yeah.
And the institution thing was, hey, what do you think about that? I said, dude, this is a nothing burger. They own 3 or 4% of the marketplace. It's nothing.
Mm.
So now what you'd want to do is, I said, you should accelerate depreciation. Well,
They're
Trump
already
was-
doing that.
Huh?
They're already doing that.
No, on the single family home.
Got it.
Think that through.
But you can
talking
cost
about
seg a
so
single
Bernie Mar-
family.
No,
Yeah.
not a single family.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
you can.
Not your home.
No,
No, not your
okay.
personal.
No, I'm talking about doing it to your personal home. Trump's only,
that would be cool.
That would-
dude, it would be massive.
Yeah, that would be great.
So he floated it to them. Trump was at Davos 4 days ago and said, hey, we're looking at the idea of extending the accelerated depreciation to the single family home.
Mm.
Now, the smart thing about that is it's already been approved by Congress. So all Trump has to do, it'll make Trump look good too.
Yeah.
Trump, hey man, I want to pass this. It's already extended to the institutions, people like you,
Amen.
the Antichrist right here, real estate, the Antichrist of real estate right here. Okay. It's already been extended to the institutions. Why not extend it to the single family home? Because now what happens is you would go buy a home now.
Yeah, but the difference is, just for the viewers, we're talking a personal home. You
Yeah.
cannot
Rather than
it's on.
Rather than
You can do it on
depreciating-
rental single family.
Rather than depreciating over 27 years, you would get all your depreciation in the first 27 minutes.
You know what would be good?
Against your earned income. So you're a plumber earning 200.
Yeah. So you don't
You
even
buy
got to
a
be a
house-
real estate pro. They'll let you depreciate it no matter what you do.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
And
You
then
have one home, you can do one home.
what would also be good is they don't make you if they didn't make you recapture. Because I don't think people would understand that.
Then, and I said, then what you need to do is you need to take the 500,000 capital gains and extend it to 5 million.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
You would have a housing boom in this country that would be so massive.
Yeah.
It would be the biggest housing boom. And you don't need interest rates to do anything because I think they're actually worried about interest rates. I think they're concerned they can't get long-term interest rates down
Mm.
because the Japanese have pulled out of the market. So
Got it.
they're our biggest long-term treasury holder, and they're not buying 10-year treasuries. They're buying their own debt now.
Got it.
So why would they buy ours?
Right.
They're actually saying we don't want to buy it. So anyway, that's what I think would free up the housing thing. It's still going to be. I mean, if you could write off your house, now it's an investment.
Mm.
The way it is right now, it's not an investment. It's just a waste of money.
So do you think people should buy houses?
No. I mean,
Are you saying that though because you rent to
no, dude.
thousands of people?
Dude, I have 14,000 rentals. Okay, there's 45 million rentals in America. There's 45 million multifamily rentals.
Mhm.
There's 4.5 million that are vacant today. There's 4 million. There's another 48 million single family homes in America.
Mhm.
4.5 million of those are vacant.
Yeah.
That's 9 million units that are vacant today. So I'm not trying to convince people not to buy a house so they rent from me. I only have
I only have 14,000.
I only have 14,000 units, dude. Like, That's not my game. My
And
game is
your stuff's going to rent regardless. It doesn't even matter what you say.
yeah. Where my stuff is, you know, I'm buying in the best locations in the country. We just bought a deal in Boca. I'm at dinner last night, and the guy's like, "You may have bought the single best piece of real estate in the country.
How much was it?
$230 million.
Wow.
What was that per
It's the
door?
largest 600.
Okay.
It was the largest multifamily purchase in South Florida last year,
Wow.
done by a regular guy.
But didn't you like build your wealth buying a single family house and
No.
then getting equity and then selling it?
No.
That's what I heard. That's how you bought your first apartment was from the funds of a single family home.
No, that's not true.
No.
No, I know the
You
truth.
got it from being a guru, dude.
No,
No.
I
No.
definitely didn't get like that. And I was consulting.
That's being a guru.
No, I was consulting the automobile manufacturers, Nissan, Toyota,
Yeah.
Ford. I mean, if that means I'm a guru, I mean, I guess I was. Some kind I had created this information assisted selling. Basically, I disrupted the automobile industry and how they handled customers. The old way was, okay, walk them through this 10 or 12 step process. Don't give them a price, avoid, evade that. And I said, no, guys, you need to flip this thing. Initiate the issues that are most concerning to the customer. Well, the manufacturers picked it up, and I was on the road 250 days a year teaching this process to the manufacturers.
But didn't you
And I got
buy a
money.
house? Yeah.
And I got cash.
Uh-huh.
And then my first deal was a 48 unit deal.
So you didn't own a single family before that?
I bought 2 single families and got rid of both of them.
Okay.
I made $3,000 on one of them. If I got rich like this,
Okay.
here's the deal. I made $3,000 on one and 30 on the other.
Okay.
Okay. So this was if you're telling me that's how I got my big start.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what I did was I took cash from my consulting company, Guru Grant.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
And I put how much did I put on that first deal? $350,000 on a 48 unit deal.
See, that's
I made
guru
$5
money.
million on that.
But wouldn't the average
That's how I made my
American, but wouldn't the average American, let's just say over the last 5 years, would have been better off buying a house
No.
and then catching all this appreciation and then selling it with all this equity?
No,
they
they
gained?
wouldn't have been. They'd have been better taking their equity and buying NVIDIA stock or Bitcoin.
But taking the equity.
You got to do something. If you're not going to do anything, just don't do anything. But just because you bought a home, you know, I was on a call yesterday with a lady that they lost their home in the last 3 years. So they overpaid for it. They put the house on an adjustable. Rates went up to 7, and they lost their house.
Let me just clarify. So you're saying if somebody does have a home with equity, your advice is sell it because you probably get tax-free capital gains at this point. If you lived in it for 2 years, up to $500K,
First 500.
right? Take that and go put in something completely different.
Go buy one. Go make one investment. Go buy your own business.
You could buy a business,
Go
video,
start golf memberships.
go start at
$10,000, sell 50 of them. You got your money back.
Yeah. So start a business. Number one would be your number one thing.
Invest in yourself. I
Yeah.
mean, you got to be good. If you're not going to be good, don't do any.
Yeah.
If you're not going to be great at something,
Yeah.
what business are you going to start anyway?
Okay. So yourself, then business.
Yeah, and then the third thing is go buy something that go invest in one thing. I don't one thing that you believe is going to 10x or 100x.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking for. I take all my money and I load up in one thing. It just so happened I didn't understand technology, and I didn't understand the stock market, and I didn't understand precious metals. If I'd have understood all that, I would have put everything in gold or everything in silver.
You would have did that over multifamily?
No, because I needed cash flow. When I was 29 years old, 30 years old, I wanted cash flow because I didn't trust that I could keep going out and doing this hustle with the manufacturers. So I'm out hustling these manufacturers. Dude, I made this shit up.
Yeah.
So I got completely made up. Like I had this idea that car dealers would change the way they do business. And I was right, by the way. It's not that I made up something that was false. I made up something that was right, disrupted a whole industry, but I didn't know how long are they going to keep paying me.
How many millions do you think you made from the car dealers?
Well, at one point I was doing a gig that was paying me what was that paying me? 30 grand a day, maybe, 8 days of the month. So I don't know. I was making $2 or $3 million a year.
That was back,
but I was burying all of it into real estate.
You were just hustling, making $2-3 million a year.
Yeah, I wasn't buying watches.
Yeah,
my buddies are going on vacations.
Mm-hmm.
They're going golfing. You become a great golfer.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm not, dude. I'm hustling money, and I take all the money and I bury it in a real estate deal.
Yeah.
I go get more money. I'm broke, and bury it in a real estate deal. Well, I bought a house with no money down.
but let me ask you this, right? With, you're making all this money, and you're like, hey, so first you invest in yourself. You get smart. You get skills.
Yeah.
You then invest into your business, which is this consulting business. Then you're like, hey, I'm gonna pick one thing. For you, early on, you picked
I needed
multifamily
cash flow
for cash flow.
Now I should have done Apple stock.
You would have made way more.
Maybe, I don't know, because I don't know if I'd have kept it.
Right.
The guy that bought Bitcoin 13 years ago, if he kept it and bought it for $1, okay, he had to watch it go to $100 and then back to $2.
Yeah.
He had to watch it go to $2, back to $2,000, and then back to $300.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he lost.
Investors
so
don't
much.
have enough discipline. Is what
You're going to look at it and say, I was worth $100 million, and then I'm worth $2 million. I was an idiot not to sell it. Then it went to $1 billion, and he's a billionaire now. That's why a bunch of these OGs are dumping right now. They're like, I got $1 billion. I'm taking my chips off the table. So anyway, it's the reason I did the real estate was because I didn't have to want to make another decision about it. I buy the real estate, it cash flows. If I never make any money, it just, at least it pays me cash flow. Well, over 12 or 15 or 20 years or 30 years, the rents went up.
Yeah.
And I have returns on our real estate that would morph Bitcoin. They're immeasurable. They're better returns than NVIDIA, Apple, Tesla, because I own the piece of real estate and it still cash flows, and I've taken money out like 7 times and I'm not paid taxes.
How much do you make from your rental properties?
$1.6 million a month.
$1.6 million a month net to you?
Yeah.
Net to you.
Net to me.
That's with
Pretty
you as
good.
that's with
Pretty good.
Yeah.
that's you as the
pretty good.
GP. You and your own.
No, that's my real estate.
You own those 100%.
Those are my real estate that cash flows to me. That is not my GP promote fees, management fees,
How many
education
units do
fees.
you own that are just you?
Part-owned ventures, 10X Health System.
No, I know that.
6,000.
So you own 6,000 of the 14,000
Yeah.
sole as you,
Almost 6,000, yeah.
and then the other 8,000 are in Cardone Capital.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it.
And those I own a tiny piece to a bigger piece, depending on the piece of real estate.
Do you
Right.
do you still own the original real estate that you bought, like those small
Yeah.
apartments?
Uh-huh.
You never sold?
Well, I don't own the 48. I don't own any of the San Diego stuff. I had 500 units in San Diego. I bought 500 units in San Diego in 5 months
Wow.
when I was 31 years old. That's where I started.
Yeah.
About 48 units, 38 units. I did that, and I didn't know what I was doing, dude. I knew nothing. I knew what you knew. Nothing. Okay. But I knew that if I bought the real estate and just kept it and took care of it and didn't just took care of the people a little bit. Look, because I was on the road so much, I had to have a partner. So I told my buddy Dale, he knew nothing about real estate. I said, look, I'll give you 25% of the upside. I had no clue what I was doing.
You know nothing. I know nothing. You manage
He had
these.
$52. He was 52 years old with $52. I said, bro, you got the time. He was a psychologist. He didn't want to do that anymore. He hated doing it, listening to people's problems. And so I said, you manage it. I'll give you 25% of the upside above 12%. I need 12% a year on my capital. And then I'll give you 25%. I just completely made it up.
Yeah.
He made $12 million
Wow.
in I don't know, 7 years.
But do you think?
We flipped all that. I sold all of it.
Yeah.
That's how he made his money when the sale happened.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I gave him his piece. I'm like, God dang, I can't believe I made this deal with you, right?
Yeah.
But I shouldn't have sold that real estate.
Yeah. Should have kept
You
it.
know.
How
But-
much
but,
would you have made had you still held on to
I
it?
mean, if I had 500 units, what do you think 500 units in San Diego is worth? To me?
a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
25 million. I mean, I got $5 billion worth of real estate, so I'm not killing myself. But
Yeah.
you know, but anyway.
Do you
It-
think
it-
the average American can still build wealth in real estate?
Yeah, 100%, dude. Like you're going to do it. I mean, unless you're going to stop.
Hey, if you're looking to get started in real estate investing, then you need to use our Cashflow 2.0 system. We give you all the motivated seller leads. We give you software, one-on-one coaching, and everything you need to start your real estate investing business. And we've seen so much success from our students with this system that we are willing to guarantee it. So if you want to learn how it all works and how you can get your first real estate deal today, go on over to wealthyinvestor.com and apply. Someone from our team will get with you, and you could have your first deal within a week once you get on this system. So head on over to wealthyinvestor.com and we'll see you there. What do you think though about just so many markets don't cash flow now?
Yeah.
Which ones?
California, Las Vegas, any major market, you can't buy a single family house and make it cash flow.
Well, I wouldn't buy a single family. Why is Horton not building single family homes at scale? Why would you keep trying to do something the institutions aren't doing? Okay. Like, you just got to pay attention to how the ball moves down the field. Like back in the 50s, you only built the single family homes. In 1960, somebody said, build 2 on the same lot. Scale.
Yeah.
By 1970, they said, hey, some smart real estate guy, why don't we put 4 there? Oh, yes, let's do that. Okay. And then 1980, guys like, why don't we do 12 in one lot at one time? And you'll see these actually aged out. Tell me how big it is, and I'll tell you what year it is. And then by 2020, it was like, no, do 300 units, one location, great amenities, swimming pools and security, and people are going to live like that. So that's what you should be buying, dude. That's where all the deals are. The deals are not in single family homes. The deals are in the big multifamily where there's too much debt. It was adjustable, floating.
So you think, but the average American's not buying a 300 unit. So what are they buying?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, let's talk to the average American. If the average American wants to build wealth in real estate, what should they do?
They should buy 32 units where the rents are $200 too low. That's the math. You'll make $1 million every time you do it. 32 units, every time the rents move up $200, simple math, you'll make $1,280,000. The rents are too low. Ryan Panetta, 70 years old. He bought them 20 years ago. He's got the rents at $800 or $900, and he doesn't raise the rents because his cost basis is nothing.
Yeah.
He bought them in 1982. He paid nothing, or he bought them in 1990, like I did. I bought those units in Vista. Somebody bought them in California in 2000. They paid $75,000 a door.
Yeah.
That's about like $5 million worth of real estate. If each unit's like $150,000, you're telling them to go buy a $5 million piece of real estate.
That's right. Yeah.
And you think they're going to cash flow, even with the interest rates? And
I think you're going to be buying below replacement costs, and you're not going to worry about your cash flow is going to be a drip. It's going to be 4 or 5%, maybe 4.5%.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the deals are out there. You got to look for it to find it, though. If you keep looking for single family, you're not going to see the opportunities. Like you can't go to a strip joint and find quality. You can find I'm just saying, like you got to go look for what you want. You're not going to find organic if it's in the process, in the potato chips.
Yeah.
So you got to go look for the score, dude. The score. Nobody's ever gotten rich doing what you've done. Not super wealthy. It's institutions scale their assets.
So you
know how to do 30 units now. Now your next deal should be to go buy 30 units all at one time and double your portfolio.
And then from there,
and one deal, you do one deal, one title,
units.
one escrow, one due diligence, bang, and you're done.
Let me ask you that.
What you're looking for, though, is you're looking for something that was bought in the last 3 years on adjustables, or something that was bought 10 years ago. And the guy's got a bunch of real estate, but he's got problems in some of it.
Yeah.
And the stuff he's got problems with is not what he bought 10 years ago. He's got problems with the stuff he bought 3 or 4 years ago, where he had a 3.5% interest rate.
Yeah.
That is now 7%.
Yeah.
But what about, like, let's say in Las Vegas, anything that's like 4 units and above is just in the super ghetto.
Yeah. Don't buy here. I wouldn't buy those.
So where would you?
You just got to go to a different market.
What markets should people look at to buy?
You should look for back to this $5 million, $10 million, because you didn't finish your thought about that. Yeah. Who's going to have $1 million? Because you're going to need 20%.
Yeah.
You and your buddies are going to have $1 million. You're going to raise the money from your buddies. rather than you own 100% of it, which you don't anyway. Those 30 units you have right now, you don't own 100% of them.
I do.
No, you don't.
Who owns the rest? Shell Point?
The debt, how much debt you got on them?
Like 2.
Okay. Well, who's your bank?
Shell Point.
Well, Shell Point's your partner. Okay. The 30 residents, they're your partner. The state of Nevada is your partner. You don't own those. Like, quit thinking you own this stuff. You don't. The plumber that's going to come screw you is your partner in that deal. So you're not owning all the real estate. I would rather 1% of $10 billion than 100% of, or what looks like 100% of 30 units.
What do you think about, since you've done both?
And you should help other people get in the game, dude. Quit being so selfish.
Yeah, Brian. Geez.
You're so selfish, dude.
Yeah, bro. I've been telling you this.
Share it, bro.
Yeah. So speaking on that note, right? You own 6,000 selfishly, and then 8,000.
I own 6,000 because I didn't know any better.
I know, but
I didn't know I could raise money.
What do you think is, I guess, and maybe you just said the answer, but do the 6,000 make you more? Since it's apples to apples, you own them all 100% versus having a small piece.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, it makes me, I got more money.
Yeah. But
I don't, look, you don't, like, people think that I make a bunch of money because I raise money to buy real estate. You don't make a lot of money with that, one, until you scale it.
Yeah.
And number two, you don't, even when you scale it, doesn't mean you make a lot of money doing it.
Yeah.
Things have to be going right.
Yeah.
Now, is it worth it? Yeah, it is worth it. That's my business. I'm in the business of doing that. All the other, there's a lot of things I do that don't make money, but I have to do them. Like, I'm at this convention right now, walking around there like an ordinary person with a badge, going through the exhibits. I don't want to do it, but.
Are you able to even walk around without getting stopped every 2 seconds?
But the point is, yeah, I mean, I get stopped.
Yeah.
But the point is, everybody has to do something. Like, I take a shower. I don't get paid to take one, but it's good. It's a good thing to do, So I don't get paid on everything I do.
Yeah. But
there's some things you just have to do.
Yeah.
So would I rather the $1.6 million a month on the stuff that I own 100% of? I mean, that's pretty cool, but it's not my mission.
Yeah.
Money's not the purpose for me anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, I'm helping. I got 20,000 investors. I pay out $8 million a month, $8 to $10 million a month. Last year, we sent out almost $150 million, $150 million, $12 million a month to our investors. That's a pretty cool thing, dude. Yeah. Now, I'm never going to get credit for it. Nobody's ever going to do an Instagram or a video on me. Grant Cardone sent out $12 million to 20,000 investors. He's helping people in America.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever done that video yet. But I think that's a cool thing, dude. When I lay down at night, after saying my prayers and getting ready, saying, hey, do I feel good about myself? On the 15th of the month, I'm like, dude, I feel good about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So as far as the multifamily space goes and commercial space, I mean, obviously you're bullish on it. You keep buying. Like, what do you think's going to happen?
Because this country will become a renter nation. I mean, you cannot fix the housing problem in America. And you're not going to make affordable housing. You have concrete, glass, steel, most importantly, labor, and you're not going to be able to fix this problem. I mean, the future is going to be plumbers, roofers, HVACs, guys doing siding, construction. Well, those guys are going to make $350,000 a year. The plumber's going to make more money than a doctor in the future.
Yeah.
Until the robots come.
I was going to ask you about that. What do you think of AI and robots and blue collar and everything?
Yeah, I think it's great, dude. I think blue collar is going to get a big swing, and they're going to make a bunch of money because there's going to be a shortage. You're just not going to be able to get enough plumbers.
Do you think robots will do that? Do you think robots will do that eventually?
Yeah, I think they will.
Yeah.
But not tomorrow.
When do you think it'll happen?
I think robots are going to assist you in your home before they build buildings.
Right.
And I think that the robot thing, the Optimus thing is going to happen. And I think that I'll have at least two robots at my house, maybe three. I'll have one doing the landscaping. I'll have one doing the interior stuff.
Yeah.
Cleaning.
24/7. They're going to be cleaning when I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
That's going to be cool, dude.
Yeah.
Before we get off real estate.
Oh, yeah. Let's stay on real estate, okay? And then we'll go to options.
Is it better for someone to invest in Bitcoin or in real estate?
No, but I'm back to like, I'm 30 years old.
Yeah.
I'm Grant Cardone. Nobody knows I'm Grant Cardone.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't written a book. Nobody knows me. I'm out hustling like everybody else. I get no credit for anything. I earn $100. I took the 100 and I put it in a real estate deal. I put it in a bucket, piggy bank. I put it in my local bank, Wells Fargo, whoever it was at the time, parked it there and went and got another 100, parked it there, another 100, parked it there until I could, okay, I'm going to go buy a piece of real estate. And at that point I had $350,000 sitting over there.
Yeah.
Between credit cards, my business, cash, savings, a retirement account. I cashed in a retirement account to buy that $1.9 million real estate deal. That deal, I would end up selling that deal for almost $6 million. I made $4 million. I made more money on one deal than I'd ever made earning money. Now, why did I do that? Because I understood real estate and I needed the cash flow. That's why I did it. I didn't do it because I could have done Apple stock, but I needed the cash flow. And Apple didn't cash flow. I could have done gold, but gold doesn't cash flow. So I would just tell people, you got to figure out what you're going to do, but you got to do all of it in that one thing. You should not do it in 10 things.
When you say you needed the cash flow, was that just like a mental thing? Because you were making cash.
Yeah, I was making a lot of cash, but I was worried it was going to end.
Yeah. So mentally, you're like, I need a safety net of cash flow.
I remember going to a guy. After 1 year, he started promoting me when I was 31 or 32 years old. His name was Bob Moore. And he's like, I want to bring you around the country. He was a promoter. He was like Elvis's, what's his name?
He was Don King.
The Colonel. And he's like, I'm going to bring you around the country. And we did, that first year, we did 8 times 12, 96 events, live events.
Wow.
People were starting to pay now. I was like, man, this is good. We did 1 year, 48 different cities. They were 2-day events all day. I spoke from 9 till 5 o'clock in the afternoon by myself all day long.
Wow.
At the lunch break, I would go sell products at the table. I did everything. And after the first year, I said, hey, Bob, how many more years do you think we can do this? I'm 31 years old. I'm 67 now.
You've been doing it for 36 years.
I said, how long do you think I can do? He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, you've only done 48 cities one time. He's like, you're going to be doing Detroit twice a year. You're going to do Vegas twice a year. You're going to do Phoenix twice a year. And you're going to be able to do this for 10 or 15 or 20 years. I'm like, dude, there's no way people will keep paying me to do this. I'm telling jokes, right? Because my point is, I didn't think it was going to last. And I think part of that was I didn't believe my own shtick, even though it was very valuable. Like it helped so many people. Number 2, I didn't really believe in me. You know, honestly, I didn't believe like, okay, you have self-doubts. I think most people have them. I know I did. And the third thing was my dad died when he was 52. So I'm sitting there thinking, my dad died when he was 52. My older brother died when he was 25. So I'm like, I'm 32 years old, bro. I've already outlived my brother. And I know my dad didn't plan on dying. He had heart problems since he was 42 years old. So I'm like, dude, you're going to die.
Yeah.
You know, I was used to seeing people die early. So I'm like, I need to get some multifamily. I don't know why I thought I needed to get multifamily because if you die, you really don't need the cash flow. And I didn't have any kids, didn't have a wife.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing, dude. But
it was fear.
Huh?
It was fear.
It was probably fear, mostly fear-based.
Yeah.
And so that's why I bought
things that cash flowed. You didn't want a stock
that's why the whole Dave Ramsey thing was very it was very seductive to me. 90-day account, emergency account, all that.
Oh, you followed that stuff.
Oh, 100%. I didn't have 90 days. I had 9 months. Shit. I'm 10x the 90 days. Huh?
Do you still follow Dave Ramsey?
No, I mean, I don't, that's not what I want now. You know,
back then it was good for you.
Yeah, dude, I listened to a lot of stuff that I don't use today.
Yeah.
That trapped me into a certain mindset when I got to here. But by the time I got here, I'm like, oh, you need to get rid of that mindset. And if you want to you need to start listening to Larry Fink. You know.
Yeah.
So you need to upgrade your mental.
Yeah. So what do you think now about back to AI and everything else?
Yeah, you're done. Are you done with his topic? You're exhausted on the real estate
we've
thing.
talked a lot about real estate. We kind of know where everyone stands.
Yeah. I want to ask somebody
the deals in real estate right now though are where I play. You should just upgrade your game right now. Like if I was consulting him, you should just shift your game, quit looking at that, and look across the street.
But do you think
you just don't believe you can pull it off? You think I can do it, but you don't think you can do it.
That's true. But what about
you don't think the average American can do it?
Yeah, that's why I want to ask about the average American.
Yeah, okay.
How do you think
I don't even
Trump's
know what that means.
economy is going?
I don't even know what it means to be an average American. What does
Let's
that mean?
say someone making 50 to 150K.
Okay, but
that is not the average. That's a huge range. I think the average household income is like what, 80K or something?
Yeah.
That's the average family.
I think people got to drop the average thing. Dude, if you want great things, you can't be average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yesterday I showed up in Malibu at my house. They're supposed to be working on my house. The guy's up on the scaffold looking at his phone. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And he's like, who are you? I said, I own this fucking place. Get to work, bro. If you were in Dubai, you would be sent out of the country. You'll never see that in Dubai. Okay. I said, look, bro, there's 2 people working on this house. So I went and grabbed the lady. I said, look, if you're going to have people working on the phone on my house while they're on a scaffold, get them all out of here. And I'm going to find somebody that wants to finish my house. I want it done.
Yeah.
So back to the average thing. I know you want to like appeal to all the average people that feel like they're average. Here's the truth. You cannot have greatness if you're going to be average.
Yeah. But I'm talking about the total economy.
Okay.
Take the average out. How do you think Trump's economy is doing?
I think it's doing great. I think it's
what do
doing
you think,
fantastic.
Brian?
Well, I think everything's still unaffordable for average people.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what is affordable. More affordable. Almost everything except housing.
Right.
That's what I said that too.
But housing is the main expense of all
eggs, gas,
Americans.
Not rent. Rent is part of housing.
Yeah.
Shelter. It falls under shelter. Okay. So if you want to steal shelter right now, rent. Do not own it.
Yeah.
In the 20 largest cities in America, this is a fact. This is not this is a fact. In 20 largest cities in America, rent is 50% of the mortgage.
I agree with that.
Without paying property. This is before the property taxes, before the HOA fees, before the maintenance. Like you don't have any of those obligations.
Yeah. The median home in Vegas is like almost 500K.
Yeah.
The mortgage with everything included is like
requires $100,000 down.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't put $100,000 down, you're going to have PMI insurance, which is going to be another.
Well, and I'm going to say they have that. So let's say the typical guy's putting 3.5-5% down, right? His mortgage.
Now they got PMI in addition to the maintenance.
Yep. So he's going to have like a $3,500 mortgage. That house rents for like $2,000 right now.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Without having to mow the lawn.
Yeah.
If you're renting it, they're mowing the lawn. You're not, right?
Yeah, they're supposed to.
Yeah. So I have no issues. I have an irrigation problem. I'm like, fix it. Your light bulb goes out, fix it. It's like people should rent, bro. There's no money. There's no real money in owning a single family home. When you compare it to the S&P 500, just compare it to what gold and silver have done this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you would start a business before all of that.
100% I would.
So
I wouldn't today, if I was doing it all over, I wouldn't start a business. I'd go buy one.
Okay, let's talk
I'd go
about
buy
that.
an existing business.
What kind of businesses would you be looking at?
There's 32 million small businesses in America. There's 10 million of them that are, they're never going to learn the game. AI is already killing them. Social media is killing them. They can't keep up with the marketing. They're tired. COVID killed them. They're just worn out, tired brands. You see them all over Vegas. You see them all over the country.
Yeah.
Could be a laundromat, could be a car wash, could be a cosmetologist. That would be a great business. Could be the longevity business. Could be a hair salon, nails. These are all great businesses. And AI, I mean, maybe AI gets rid of them. I don't know. But could be a little coffee shop. Terrible business. Restaurants are awful.
Yeah. That's like the hardest business in the world, I think.
But any of those, I would go into that guy that has owned that business for a long time and say, hey, You know, what are you making a year? I'm making 60 grand a year. Good. I'll give you your 60 grand. Give me the keys.
Yeah.
You're my partner. I'll pay you 60,000 not to come to work, and you take over the company.
Yeah.
Like we did that deal, the guy you brought up earlier, 10XL System. That's the deal we did.
Yeah.
We paid him out of future revenue to rename the company, add inventory, add customers, add marketing, and make him famous.
Yeah.
And the company went from making, I don't know, a couple $100,000 a month to $10 million a month.
Mm.
And we paid nothing.
What's your plan with that business? Are you guys going to sell? What are you going to do?
We'll probably actually take it public.
Mm.
We'll probably take that company. We'll probably actually take it. We'll probably do a raise, a round with our audience.
Yeah.
And then take it public.
Would it be like a Cardone Capital raise?
Yeah.
So it'd be like your first non-real estate
We'll
raise.
go to our audience before I go to Wall Street.
Yeah.
So I'll have Wall Street set up to go to them and say, hey, we got a company making X. We have 250,000 customers on producing recurring revenue in this 10X longevity business. We're going to go to our audience to raise money, a couple $100 million, maybe $400 million at a $2 billion valuation.
Mm.
Or you guys at the banks can do it. So we'll get the banks saying, yeah, we want to do it. I'll get 6 or 7 of them saying, yeah, we want to do it. And then I'll pull the rug out from under them and say, nah, I'm gonna go to my audience. I'm gonna use I'm gonna bank this myself and do it with my people.
Yeah.
Democratize it.
Yeah.
We're probably going to do that with the real estate this year and tokenize the real estate. I'll go public with Cardone Capital and I'll tokenize the real estate and the Bitcoin.
Mm. So back to the business thing. Okay, you could buy one. If you're going to start one, what would you do?
If I was going to start a brand new business, man, the failure rate's so heavy. You know, I'd probably do AI consulting, or I'd do social media consulting. That's still nobody, as you know, nobody knows how to use social media.
Yeah.
You know, if we fail anywhere in our company, it's because of our marketing's terrible. We probably have 3 to 5 outside consultants that we use to help with our marketing.
Yeah.
So I would do the marketing thing and give people's put people's attention on their Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn pages and TikTok. That's going to keep changing over and over.
Do you think marketing skills are more important than sales skills?
100%. 1,000. 3 times more important.
Mm.
I'd rather be a great marketer than a great salesman.
What do you think you're better at?
I don't think I think I'm flawed at both of them. I think we're terrible marketers. My company is.
Why?
Because I think we don't pay attention, to the little things. And I think, the mistake that we make over there, Jared,
just call him out.
Did I say that with the resentful tone? I think that Jared and Ryan Secco, they just don't pay attention to, we marketed. Okay, yeah, dude, you posted something. You're not looking at the move all the way through, okay? Jared tends to, think we paid for an ad. And so we did something and they dropped the organic. And look, without the organic is the wood on the fire. So when you see it organically, something that didn't cost anything, we just failed, dude. Like messaging's wrong. It's the most frustrating part of the business for me. It's not the sales.
How involved are you
marketing.
In the marketing? Like
every time I see it,
you just walk by the desk and you're like, "What is this?" Or you see something.
Jared says to me the other day, "We need more content." I'm like, "Fuck you, bro! You got content. You got so much content.
You got 30 years.
First of all, you got AI. Okay. Number 2, Oh yeah, we did something. You were on stage. I said, on stage never works. That is not good content. Okay, you influencers are like, you're on a stage. I'm not watching anybody on a stage. That's not appealing to people.
Yeah.
You know, what's appealing to people is not on stage, it's behind the scenes. It's not even this right here. You're
it's just real.
Somebody else is going to rip and clip this and get a better exchange on the ice than you will.
Yeah.
As the originator of the content. Somebody will mix this up and come up with a better viewership than you will.
Yeah.
They didn't make new content, dude. They reworked the content that was already there. And so, I mean, I could talk about marketing for an hour, 2 hours.
Whose marketing do you like?
Whose do I like? You know, anything, I mean, it's a lot like my mind just fills up with people that are doing it right. You know, Hormozi does it right.
What do you think Hormozi does right?
I don't know if it converts. So I don't see, that's why I'm having trouble answering it. Because if it doesn't convert, if it just gets viewership, I'd rather tell you who does it wrong, but I can't give you names. But all this glamour
sells. Like we get a lot of people that come here to Vegas that are going to his workshop.
Yeah, but you don't know. You still don't know. What is this, dude?
That's an extra mic. Just put it on the.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you still don't know though. You and I don't know, and we won't know. We can pretend we know, but we don't know if it converts. We don't know if it works. We don't know what kind of customer it gets. I mean, you just don't know.
Well, he sold $100 million on that website.
You don't know that. You know that's what you've been told. So I would trust nothing.
Yeah. What do you think about just trusting gurus and numbers?
I would trust that everything's not true. and I would look for long periods of time before I evaluate anyone.
Yeah.
You know, I said that to Dave Ramsey. I was interviewing him, and I said, you know what I've realized? I've seen a lot of people come and go now over the years, and I've only been doing this for like 6 years now. And it's hard to stay in the game.
Yeah.
And when I see a guy like Grant or Dave or Tony Robbins who've been doing this for like 40 years, you can't fake 40 years of staying in the game. Like it's too difficult to fake. You could fake 5 good years. You could probably even fake 10 good years.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. You know, it's, you know, look for time, look long periods of time, not just, you know, so back to the things that like, I see some chick online and she's doing she looks beautiful and she's a business consultant or a coach and she's doing all the glamour. I'm like, that doesn't work. It doesn't work on me. You know,
but you're not her avatar.
She's going to get views. She's going to get views. She's going to be in public. Oh my God, I follow you. I see your stuff. I like it so much. Yeah, but that doesn't mean they convert.
Yeah.
It doesn't even mean you want that customer.
Right.
So yeah, that doesn't impress me. How many likes you got doesn't impress me. The comments don't impress me. It's like, hey man, what did that do to the company, to the business, to the bottom line? Did it flow over? I don't know.
You know, it's a good example of that. Him and I would argue about this. So I started the golf business and, you know, you got these golf YouTubers who are getting millions and millions of views. Like, and they're great.
Yeah.
And he goes, what do you think these guys are making? They got to be making $5-10 million a year. I'm like, no chance. They don't have an offer. They just make ad revenue and sponsors. Like there's no way they're making that much money. So then finally I talked to one of them. And, you know, he told me, he's like, you know, most people are the biggest guys might be making $1 to $2 million. And these are the biggest
couple
guys.
$100,000 a month.
And I go, so you're telling me I'm already the highest paid YouTube golfer with 500 views a video because we already do more than that with just our product.
And you'll never get credit for it. They'll never have you on a list. So they'll be top golf influencers. You'll never be on that list.
Not yet.
No, but you'll probably never be on the list.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, I'm probably
let alone the pros. I should caveat. Bryson makes 100, you know,
whatever he wants, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, but he's not going to even do that. He's going to go get a paid ad where they're going to give him $10 million up front.
Right.
You know, so I've raised $2 billion crowdfunding and I'm on no list.
Right.
That's the top crowdfunder. You'll never see me as a top crowdfunder on any list. It's going to be the Kardashians or, you know, it won't be me, or it'll be Fundrise. I've raised more money than Fundrise.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not on that list. So whatever. I mean,
but it goes back to content that converts, right? Like I'm making very specific golf content that attracts a business owner who wants to join M19, and that's it.
And that's going to probably work because one, it's attracting a golf audience.
Yeah.
That tends to be male and white.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And is probably in business of some sort, or they're in a management level.
Yep.
Or they're because they're playing a game. Okay. This is a no-brainer. They're playing a game that you can measure every shot. Kind of like money, sales, like, oh, damn, I got close or I didn't. And those guys that are measuring that and trying to get better tend to be people that are in business trying to get better.
Yeah.
It flows over.
Right.
You know, athletes, you know, so that's a great audience, right? The health industry, it's a great place to go talk to people because they're trying to drop weight, add muscle, something.
They're the right kind of people.
They're the right people. They're trying to improve something.
Right.
Which goes back to the three things: improve yourself, get a business, and then find something you can invest in. You know, Dave's going to tell you to invest in 6 or 8 or 10 or 20, or he's going to probably tell you to invest in a mutual fund.
Right.
You're not going to get rich like that.
No, you just won't go broke.
Yeah.
It's just safe.
You're not going to even keep up with inflation.
Right.
It's the, you know, it's what the middle class has done wrong. They take all this advice from banks and anybody that has an opinion and says diversify your investments. But if you study the richest people on the planet, that's not what they did.
They're not diversified.
Not at all. Do 1 or 2 investments. Elon's got maybe 5.
Yeah.
All his companies.
His investment is in Elon, essentially.
Anything Elon.
Yeah.
You know, Steve Jobs had 2 investments before he died.
Have you gotten to talk to Elon yet?
Mm-mm.
Is that one of your
I met
goals?
him in Mar-a-Lago, but
yeah.
We didn't have a sit down.
Is one of your goals to just kind of like have a true sit down with him? No,
never even thought about it.
You think he's the greatest entrepreneur?
100%.
Yeah,
he's just leave the game alone.
What other entrepreneurs do you like?
Definitely Elon, man. He's a beast. I love his delete, simplification. Who else do I like? I mean, you know, you got to study Steve Schwartzman, Larry Fink, Jamie Dimon. I mean, these guys are goats. You know, they're
you're starting to like these more you know, now big corporate
the Warrens.
Yeah, like yours transitioning from used to be like this hustler anti those guys.
Oh no, I've never been, dude. I mean, if I'm condemning anybody, it's because I want to be them.
Yeah, you're hating on them because you want.
I'm hating on the banks, bro. That is clear code. My wife says anything you hate on, you're about to become.
Yeah,
she knows my freaking code so good. She's like, you hate on the banks, you want to be one.
Yeah.
So anytime I hate on finance, know that I'm about to step into that field.
Well, because I noticed that, right? You stopped GrowthCon.
The IRAs, the 401ks. I hate on all that stuff. I'm going to be freaking selling that stuff.
Now you're in the finance space.
Yeah.
More, it looks like you're transitioning more into that than the entrepreneurial space.
Right. Yeah.
Why?
Because if you study his sinful word to me, the average American. You know, what do all our clients have? All my clients, not all my clients want to be better marketers or better salespeople, but they all have a checking account. They all have a savings account. They all have health insurance, life insurance, probably have a mutual fund of some sort, 401k and IRA. You know, when we started Cardone Capital and we started realizing how many of these people, like, you know, they gave me $2 billion, but how much did they have? They didn't give me all their money.
Yeah.
There's probably another $18 billion with just those families.
Yeah. What do you think about this?
You understand how big that is?
It's massive.
If they gave me $2 billion, let's say they gave me 10% of everything they had. That means there's another $18 billion just with my current clientele.
Just getting them to give more. Yeah.
Well, if I manage their checking account, I mean, if I went to my audience and just said, guys, why don't you let me manage your money?
Yeah. So
and become a little mini Blackstone.
Right. I was thinking about this, and I was telling him, like, I've realized
Cardone Stone.
Yeah, Cardone Stone. I realized it's easier to sell things people have to buy.
Yes.
Insurance.
Yes.
Tax services. Like, they have to buy them anyway.
They're going to do it anyway. Like
those businesses are so much easier than selling information.
Yeah, totally. Education.
Self-help.
And this is what I tell Jared all the time. Jared, you keep marketing. Jared.
Told Jared. I'm going to clip this and send it to him.
Marketing education, and nobody wants to do it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I got this, and you're going to learn this, and you got to learn this, and you get this package. And I'm like, bro, the stacking is killing the audience.
Yeah, they don't care about it anymore.
No, it's too much.
Yeah.
You're giving me so much. I don't want it all. It's like going to dinner. This is the marketing that people miss. You go to a big buffet at one of these hotels on a Sunday. You walk in the big, and it's spread out like 200 yards long, and food and crab claws and stone crabs. And you're like, dude, can I just have 2 eggs, 4 pieces of bacon, and some toast? I mean, that's all I want, because there's so much you don't want to eat it.
Yeah.
You ever have that experience?
Yeah. I hate when I go to a restaurant and the menu has a million things.
Yeah.
I like In-N-Out. It's like, you got a burger, it's the best.
Yeah.
And you have fries.
I had one yesterday.
It's great.
Yeah. So, and to Jared believes, and I think a lot of marketing companies think, you got to keep adding and stacking, particularly in the educational space, guys that are doing digital products.
Yeah.
And I know we make that mistake, rather than, hey man, maybe less is more, faster is better.
Yeah.
Easy, simple. Like,
less information.
You're going to sell more golf memberships easier than educational products.
Well, that was what made me realize it.
Yeah.
So I start this golf thing. We got 200 members in less than 5 months, and they buy like that.
Yeah.
Literally first call, 10 grand.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. No payment plans.
Yeah.
Just I'm in.
Bang.
Then they're like, when's the next trip? All right, here's 5 grand for that trip. I'm good. I'll actually preload my trips. I'll pay you before they even happen, like way in advance, just so I can schedule.
Yeah.
Then I started to realize, as those people came in and I saw how much they're making, they're making $5-10 million a year, pretty much on average for most of our guys. And I'm like, dude, I'm looking at their industries, and this is where I was asking you. So many of them are in finance.
Yeah.
They're in insurance. They're in all these things.
Annuities.
Yeah. And I was like, I never realized how big this industry is, because I'm used to like making creative products and new things.
Yeah.
And they're just in boring old crap.
And you're trying to help people that want to get better.
Yeah.
Rather than people that are already better.
Right.
And have committed to getting better.
Right.
You don't have to sell them on better.
No, they're already good.
Like, this is the mistake I've made for 40 years, Like, my purpose is, I'm a teacher. It's my purpose, it's my mission, but it's not financially the best thing for me to do. It's the worst thing I could do today is be a teacher. Even though it fulfills me and it makes me feel good, but financially it's not the right thing for my family.
Where do you see the education space going?
It's going to AI, dude.
You think education's going to be worthless?
100%.
I've been saying that.
100%.
Yeah.
I would never invest in a college town. You guys that are buying multifamily or single family homes in a college town, I mean, if it's not top 10 colleges in America, I would run as far away from a college investment as you could. Fannie and Freddie are going to penalize those towns. They know they're going to be risk. AI is going to.
And you say that with digital education too, gurus and stuff?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're one of them. And you're saying that.
100%. Now, you can't get from any of the AI devices, you can't get my content put in the right order.
Yeah.
But it's just a matter of time.
They'll figure it out.
It won't matter, dude. I mean, if AI in 2 or 3 years has already surpassed Google search.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way you compete with this.
Yeah.
And we started transitioning. That's why we killed these big, large events.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. Maybe we're going to regret killing the big events, but it's not the right. I can't continue to do those big, massive events with 15,000 people. feedback's phenomenal, by the way. People want us to do it. They want to keep buying the tickets, but I'm like, I can't do that and do the thing I want to do now.
Yeah. Yeah, I've just noticed, like, in the information space, let alone college, that's the biggest scam there is.
Yeah.
But like, even just with the online information, learning a skill, multifamily or house flipping or whatever, right? It's like the information's so free now, so available.
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion, it's worth nothing. So
Yeah.
we started just saying, you know what? We just want to be the services that those people need.
Yeah.
Lead generation, software,
Yeah.
lending, title company.
Yeah. I love that.
Give them the information free and let them use
I
your
think
services.
People still are going to want somebody to deliver the right order, though, because just because I go on, like we're looking at going public, right, or tokenizing real estate, I can go spend 2 hours every day on any of these AI platforms, ask it what I should do. I still don't have confidence.
Yeah,
even though I have the data.
You want somebody to just tell you it's right.
And then I'm going to go to them and say, guys, how do we organize this? What's the sequence? Like, I'm still going to need somebody, an expert in the field, to do that thing. Now, the thing that we want to do, there's no experts in the field. There's a bunch of guys that are like, if I was to tokenize $5 billion of real estate or even just one project, like there's so few people that have done this that it's just mostly opinions.
Yeah.
And so somebody at some point, you can collect all the data you want and then get the support from other people, but you still are left there for everybody to understand. You're still going to be left there saying, do I go left or do I go right?
Yeah.
And you don't know.
Yeah.
And you ain't going to know until you go left or you go right.
And the problem is, too, Claude tells you one thing.
Yeah.
Chat tells you one
exactly.
thing. Like, it's very difficult to fit. And then you just keep hearing, oh, well, this new update of Chat is the best. It outpaces Grok.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah. So, I'm not worried about AI. AI should make everybody better.
Yeah.
I tell you what it is going to do. It's going to destroy everybody's excuses. So those communities out there, Black, brown, young, women, whatever group you identify with, you will not be able to blame education.
Yeah.
It will be free. Everybody will have it. You can go to any school you want. What does Harvard say I should do with blah? You're going to be able to get access to the best data in the world. There will be no excuses for your failure except for you.
And that's a good world.
It's a great world. And I think it's going to be deflationary too.
Yeah, I do too.
So
you ever read the book, The Price of Tomorrow?
Who wrote that?
Jeff Booth.
Yeah.
That's when I
like
first started realizing that concept with Bitcoin and tech.
Yeah.
I read it like 6 years ago and I was like, this makes sense. And then now I've seen it the last 6 years.
And look, food prices are down.
Like, let's talk about Trump. Yeah, let's talk about
Trump. Let's talk about Trump, my guy.
Yeah. How's Trump?
Dude, Trump, he's a beast, bro. Trump is the most unique leader, definitely the most unique president this country's ever had. People should be proud to have Trump as a president. Okay.
Amen.
And this stuff he's doing right now is so 3D chess. So this guy is so underestimated by people. And the games he's running using the tariffs, stacking. He's a stack negotiator. He stacks every negotiation. He has overwhelmed the Democratic Party with an attack program using omnipresence every day, 2 and 3 releases every day, 15 in a week, man. The Democrats don't, like his enemies do not know, okay, damn, he went after the trans. Okay, now he's doing tariffs. Now he's going after Greenland. Like you don't even know what to catch up on with this guy. And this is not chaos. This is planned. He knew last time when he lost. I was on the phone with him on Christmas Day. Wait till you see, kid. He calls me the kid. Wait till you see. Wait till you see what we're going to do next time. They'll never know. They will not be able to keep up with us. And that's what he's doing, dude. It's like Greenland. Greenland's real.
Yeah.
Gulf of America. There's a reason he changed the name to Gulf of America. Nobody's looking at why did he change the name? Why was that a big deal? And then we go to Venezuela. And then he's putting everybody on notice down there with the discombobulator weapon. Okay.
Dude, that was crazy. Just hearing drones just came out.
200 drones.
20 people
8
just
helicopters.
came and killed hundreds of people.
Yeah, 20 guys, 8 helicopters.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Lost no one.
He let people know that's the tech we got.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But you know.
So you think Trump's doing a good job?
Yeah, dude. I think Canada's still on the board. And I think he's done a great job. I think, you know, the tariffs that he continues to use on the marketplace as a whipping post, as a threat, it's a negotiating tactic. People are like, oh my God, it raised prices. It did not raise prices of anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing.
No.
Oh yeah, but the markets want consistency, and that's not consistent. No. This is how you negotiate. This is how you get your way in negotiations. You can't be predictable. You have to be unpredictable in order to get what you want. And
people got to believe you will do it.
Dude, the border, he did the border.
Yeah.
He closed that border up.
Yeah.
He's going to send people out of here. By the way, he sent less people than Barack and Clinton. So
how do you think about that? What do you think about the ICE raids?
Oh, you mean the transgender, the last weirdo teacher that got shot? I mean, dude, if you go to one of these things and ICE is there and you have a gun with you, you could get put down. Like,
what do you think of Somalian daycares? Are they great side hustles or businesses?
I saw your homeschooling. I said, dude, are you taking on the Minneapolis plan?
Multi daycares.
I do. I've been losing money on mine, but I didn't realize I could make millions if I just
you can make $2.6 million a year with that.
And I have actual kids in there,
just like theirs.
Yeah. Well, we're off today on Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, you deserve to get some funding.
I really do. We're actually running a legit, homeschool.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you should get funding from the state then. I mean, or the federal government or whoever does it. So what do I think about it? I think that's why that's why you shouldn't have federal taxes. By the way, Trump's floating that this week.
Yeah.
Get rid of the income taxes.
Can you explain that?
Get rid of income taxes. Why? Why do we need to pay federal taxes or even state taxes? None of that money is making it to the people. The money is being stolen by the Congress, sent to their best buddies.
Somalians.
Could be Somalians. Most of it's being lost in fraud.
Yeah.
Look at California, dude. All that money they've raised for what?
Oh boy.
Where's it gone?
What do you think about the train that's going to come from Las Vegas to Victorville?
It's ridiculous, dude. Now, if you would not have given that money, if you didn't raise the money for these programs, guess what? None of that would have happened. This money is being just stolen. That's why I'm like, go to zero taxes and print money. This should be what this country does. We have no federal taxes, none on income taxes. Get rid of the IRS completely.
Amen.
Okay. Now,
why would you print money?
Because we print money now. You need money at times.
Yeah.
And when you need money, go to the people and say, do you guys, we want to print money to help the elderly. And then everybody's going to be like, yeah, okay, print it.
I get it.
But don't tax it.
Right.
Don't do both, dude. One of them's got to go. Because right now, it's like a Diddy party. It's like print taxes, print and taxes. Two-fisted Diddy party. So what you do is you cut off the flow.
Yeah, I heard you were at the Diddy
If my
parties.
kid
was that true?
I was invited to a Diddy party, but I never. But I didn't I didn't go there. Okay,
allegedly.
Call me up, hey, Mr. 10X.
Mr. 10X.
You want to come to the freak offs? 10X the freak offs.
10X the freak offs.
I said, nah, I don't think so, dude. Pass. I'm a pass on that. But my point is now what the people are going to say is, well, if we didn't have federal taxes, who's going to pay for everything? You're not going to have any money stolen anymore.
Yeah,
that money's being diverted to Ukraine. That, by the way, didn't make it to the Ukrainians. It made it to a bunch of gangsters that stole all the money. So, I'm all for getting rid of the tax code. And what you would replace it with is a flat tax on all purchases.
We already have that. It's a sales tax.
A sales tax on all purchases. Yeah. Maybe increase it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but what about the bottom, 20% of society? They wouldn't pay any taxes at all, or they would get a credit every year. So that their basic first $25,000, let's say that was
it's paid for
another $5,000, they give her a tax credit for $5,000. And the rest of society, you buy a new car, you're going to get banged a tax, and that goes, the car dealer collects it, sends it to the federal depository.
What do you think about Elon when he says money's just going to be irrelevant soon?
I agree with that. You'll have the universal.
Yeah. He thinks just there's going to be so much abundance and deflation.
I agree with that, dude. There's going to be a GDP that will explode.
Yeah.
You know, what are we, what's our GDP? 38 trillion?
I don't know. What do you think about in a world like hyper futuristic?
Look it up, Sabrina. What's the national GDP?
In a world that is like hyper abundant.
Yeah.
And AI is making this GDP growth and everything else. What kind of jobs are left in businesses? Like how do you think society functions at that point? Because obviously work is really important.
Yeah. Yeah. $31 trillion a year.